So, honestly, I think this part's... Yeah, so we did a couple things. We basically forged the alliance. We went and attacked the prototype thing, so we got the first victory against the Garleans. Then we went with Lise to her home village, where everyone was like, life's too horrible, we're too dejected to fight. But then, like, 2 people came back with us, so it was a win. And she was really encouraged because we saved one of the villagers, and so they kind of accept her again and are willing to start to be more open about their resistance. And then we came back and we flashed over to Alamigo, where the Emperor's son was there with Fordola, and yeah, they were like, oh, they're attacking us or something. I don't remember exactly what the conversation was, but they were coming up with ideas on how to fight back. And that was pretty much it. Then they were like, hey, can you go help out around camp? And so we're going to do that. So we're just going to learn a little bit more about the resistance, but I feel like these quests are not going to be super exciting. But things pick up a lot more really soon. The Anata Battle Maid is not one to be trifled with. They are tall. That is a tall snake person. You look like a strider in search of comrades in need. If so, I have a task for you. I am a trainer, and I was told to expect new recruits this eve. Yet Naria 1 has come. Perhaps they were given the wrong time or location? I do not know. They number 5 in all, these would-be warriors. Send them unto me, should you chance to find them. I don't know if I can do their accent. I don't know how to, like, do a long S. English doesn't do that very well. We don't, like, roll our R's or anything. Desert mermaids. I guess, yeah. I guess snakes are kind of desert mermaids, if you put bodies on them. But I definitely see it. A little bit mermaidy. I know, I'm late. I had to say a prayer for my sister first. After what the Imperials did to her, death was a mercy. Okay. Let's go ahead and pick up the other one. Giant statue. It's a nice little area. I actually really like this little camp. Did I attune to all these? I don't think I did. I did not. Attuned yourself to all of the Aethernet shards in Rauger's Reach. Fringes, gates, and Peaks Gate are now accessible via Aethernet. Hooray! Go up here first. So peaceful. The lullaby war music is back. I beg your pardon. The woman who bested Gaius Van Belsar wishes to offer me her assistance. I say, this is highly irregular. Though I've heard it said you had a penchant for aiding the common man. In which case, before the occupation, I was a humble historian. While my duties leave me scarce for aught else, I think it's important that these momentous events be recorded for the benefit of future generations. Primary sources are indispensable, and I had in mind to question a number of my fellow freedom finders. Ask them their motivations for taking up this cause and so forth. You may take down their statements in this log. And Celestia, thank you for your service, now and ever after. Gosh, so many tasks. Where's this recruit hiding? Mr. Recruit. Aha! Get a hold of yourself. Oh, bugger. You were sent by the snake, weren't you? I heard 1 in 4 recruits doesn't live through their training. That can't be true, right? Oh, bugger, oh, bugger. Gotta go all the way back there. Maybe I should... Oh. I've committed. It's too late. We have to run back here again, we will. Why is this area here? Such a long run. The Temple of the Fist. Whoa. Not expecting that. Okay. Rothmar. Why'd I join the Resistance? Well, if you must know, it was to avenge a friend the Imperials butchered before my very eyes, back in Alamigo. We owned a stall in the markets. A passing soldier snapped up a piece of fruit. He spoke out before I could stop him, only to get a foam of steel in the gut for his troubles. I found my way here, and that was that. Why is it always nighttime when we're playing? In-game, obviously. It's like a 50-50 shot. You'd think I'd get to see the sun sometimes. I don't know if we've been here during the daytime. That too. Should have longer days. The teacher calls for me. I see. We were discussing strategies for disabling Magitech armor, you see, and... Ah, yes, of course. There's no time. You would excuse me. I was just a cook before all this. Simple fare, really. Had a chance to lend a hand and help feed some refugees one day. Took a liking to the fighters. They believed, you know? There's always a need for cooks. Or at least people who can work with whatever the foraging parties turn up. You want to help, do you? Seeing as how I'm in no position to leave the stew pot unattended, could you go and ask Tebby for a variety of herbs? 6 sprigs or so of whatever he's got on hand should suffice. It's not as haphazard as it may seem. Depending on the recipe, it doesn't really matter what sort you add, so long as you add something. I'll be here when you get back. Alright, we're helping make dinner. Very important warrior of light stuff. Herbs, is it? 6 sprigs of whatever's on hand. Afraid I can't spare that much. You'll take 2 and be glad of it. The remainder you have to gather yourself. Shouldn't be too much of a bother, though. You'd be surprised what you can find growing underfoot, even in the Reach. Right. We're going foraging on our own. Apparently, cooking is probably my favorite profession in the game. That and alchemy. So that is what she does in her free time. Those quest lines are actually really fun. I don't know if we'll ever be able to do them, but they are really fun. Basically, a lot of them are kind of like that. It's like, I didn't know you had a side hobby, and yeah, just kind of like light mocking of her. Just like cooking. Aren't you the Icon Slayer? Damned if I know why you'd bother asking someone like me why I joined the Resistance, but it's simple. If I wasn't fighting for Alamigo, I'd be fighting for the Empire. You're either with them or not, and if you're with them, you may as well make the most of it. Food, training, citizenship if you live long enough. You'll die stealing someone else's land like as not. But that's the choice. But me, I'd rather die here. But yeah, I do like that people, like, even in, like, the side quest, like, I don't know, it's still your same character. You're not just, like, a random adventurer. They're like, oh, aren't you super famous? Why are you here cooking me a pot of stew? Why? Why indeed? To save lives, perhaps. Or to make amends for the ones I couldn't. There you go, baby. Kitty is in lap. Nope, Kitty's out of lap. That didn't take long. My fathers and my brothers were worked to death while building a castrum. What did it matter to the Garleans, eh? Where that lot came from. After that, I couldn't keep on doing nothing. We've almost got them all. I'll be right back. I just need to grab some herbs next to you. I thought she was gonna actually settle down. I was wrong. Fiery recruit. Huh? Training? God, I was so busy practicing to impress the others that I completely forgot. Thank you. One more recruit and we're done. Ah, 1,000 pardons. So preoccupied was I by the question of whether Alamigo should be a monarchy or a republic, that I neglected to attend my training. How silly, I know. Till we drive the Imperials from this land, the question's moot. Okay. All recruits are present and accounted for. My thanks to you, Strider. Not all appreciate the rigor with which I train my recruits. Some favor a gentler approach, as if the Imperials will be so kind. 'Tis a thankless job to teach, some say, but I say their survival is thanks enough. Fare you well. Hooray! Alright. And here's your sprigs. Ah, there you are. Got those herbs I asked for. Thanks, that'll do nicely. And, sorry to impose upon you, miss. Thought you were another new recruit. Didn't realize until after that you were, but to answer the question that's probably on your mind, yes. It's always like this. Never enough food or supplies to go around. All the more reason to be grateful when our countrymen can spare some for the cause. Though that comes at a cost, too. Too many villages, too many children more deserving than us. But man can't fight on an empty stomach, can he? So we partake as we must, and we never lose sight of the dream. And for you. Well met, Celestia. Have you spoken with the freedom fighters as I asked? I have. As fascinating as they are varied. You have a knack for convincing others to bare their hearts to you. I could not have done better myself. Many years from now, when these tempestuous times pass into memory, their accounts will serve as a window into the struggle. We must never forget, my friend. Never. Alright. Let's see what everyone else is up to. I missed the scions. Speaking of which, that should probably be up there. Okay. Actually, again. Turn up a little bit more there, turn down there. Okay. Damn it all. Where could it have got to? Oh, pardon me, fellow lover of freedom and justice. You haven't seen a ward of the Destroyer anywhere, have you? Maybe on the ground? As if a certain bloody fool had dropped it. Aye, I'd been him. Had it this morning, that much I know for certain. I've not left a reach since, so it's got to be around here somewhere. If you've got a moment to spare, would you be willing to help me search? I spent some time near the Temple of the Fist earlier, so it might be there. As for me, I'll look around near the officer's pavilion. They're hardly rare, I know, and I could just as easily buy another. But even so, please help me find it. Okay. Guess we don't get to see the other scions just yet. Giving this chocobo a workout. This is like the most MMO questline ever. Here's 80 things to fetch. Aha! Hi, Luna. It's almost morning. It's also thunderstorming. How did I not notice that earlier? Oh, we're over here now. Okay. I swear I've searched high and low, but it just won't turn up. 7 hells, that's the one! That's my lucky ward! You're a godsend, sister. Before I was born, my mother made a pilgrimage to the Temple of the Fist, where she, like many others, received the blessings of the monks. And then Theodoric came, burned it all to the ground, the mad bastard. And after him came the Garleans, cared even less for our beliefs. But I still keep to the old ways, as do many others. When my son is born, I'll teach him the stories and the scripture, as my mother taught me. Alfido! Crossing the Velodina. And with that, another task is complete. Ah, Celestia, I hear you have been keeping busy. Aye, that she has, and we thank her for it. Pleases me to inform you that our new recruits have completed their initial training and stand ready to contribute. As discussed, Monago, would have you present my proposal for an assault on Castrum Velodina to General Aldin personally. Of course, sir. Are you and yours planning to return to Castrum Oriens before the operation? If so, why don't we travel together? That seems a fine suggestion, but I must consult my comrades ere we depart. Very well. I will wait for you to pass, but not too long. I expect Kryl and Y'shtola will wish to remain here to support the Chiurgians, but nevertheless, we should go and ask them. Yay! Alright, still awake. I think we're mostly done with the running around. Yes. I take that as a yes then. Just making sure. And it's finally morning here. Oh no. Sleep typing would be an impressive skill to have. Be a little scary. Depend on what you type and where. Been to the peaks and back, have you? Glad to see you're in good health. Is aught amiss? I see. That would explain the sudden flurry of activity outside. This joint operation marks a turning point in our conflict with the Garleans. For the first time, the Resistance and the Alliance shall go on the offensive and attempt to capture an Imperial outpost in occupied territory. Personally, I believe it is imperative that we offer them our full support. As was the case with Ishgard, however, this is not a choice to be made lightly, nor less on others' behalfs. This is war, and every scion must decide what part he or she would play. I'll fight. For Alamigo, for my father, for Ida. I'm in it to the end. The choice was made for us ere we were born, brother, when the Empire marched on Eorzea. They will stop at nothing to subjugate or slaughter us all. Then Baelsar and Vandarnis were but the first to try. Though your fervor is surprising, I cannot dispute your logic. At the risk of repeating myself, I am of course of the same mind. The present situation is untenable, and further complicated by the existence of Ilbert's Primal. I believe we have no recourse but to directly and openly intervene. I thought this was a foregone conclusion given our actions thus far. If you require renewed affirmation, then yes, I am still wholly committed to this cause, for it is ultimately the self-same cause I have served since first I pledged to serve Master Louisoix and the Circle of Knowing, the salvation of Eorzea by any means necessary. That said, I shall refrain from taking the field on this occasion. There are many here who require further treatment, and doubtless more to come after. I came here from Infilia, and that hasn't changed. However, I'd like to stay with Y'shtola for now and tend to the wounded. As for you, Celestia, you are, to quote our dear friend Lord Edmont, the woman who slew Gaius van Baelsar and some half-dozen primals besides. Your presence may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Many look to you as a hero, and heap great expectations upon your shoulders. But you, like every scion, must decide for yourself. So many choices. I like the first one. I feel like we have to go with the second one, though. Remember, Minfilia. We can but carry on. For those we have lost. For those we can yet save. Well said. Well said indeed. Take care, Y'shtola, Cryo. Do not hesitate to contact us should you require assistance. Lise, I would ask that you remain here by Conrad's side. We should go, or Monaga will leave without us. Meme one would have been fun. Might I persuade you to join us, Celestia? Should you wish to give your decision further consideration, Castrum Oriens would seem an apt place to do it. You need not answer right away. I'm sure I can convince Monaga to wait a little longer. Ah yes, asking everyone's opinion before making a critical decision. Truly, this is a far better arrangement than having centralized leadership. We have our work cut out for us after the operation, I fear, but we'll do what we can. It's all any of us can do, is it not? Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Grandfather stood with the army that faced the Garleans at Cartno. This is dangerously close to becoming a family tradition. Best make sure you've got everything you need. You might not be coming back for a while. So, you will be accompanying us. Full glad am I to hear it. All set? Excellent. Then let us be off. Just like our adventuring party. I don't know if this expansion will have that like Heavensward did. But we keep traveling with them. Albon! We're back! Welcome back, comrades. What news? Greetings, General. I am come at Commander Kemp's behest to brief you on the latest developments at the Reach. Our recruitment efforts have exceeded expectations. In addition to welcoming many motivated young Alamegans, our ranks have been bolstered by the arrival of a number of unexpected veterans, thanks in large part to the efforts of the Scions. As a consequence, we are now able to field half a dozen new units, with more being trained as we speak. Good. I gather Comrade is eager to strike while the iron's hot. Just so, General. He proposes that we begin preparations for a joint operation to capture Castellum Velodina. Capture Velodina? That will not be easy. It will, however, be necessary if we are ever to push east towards the capital. There's no profit in delay. It is only a matter of time before the Garleans learn of our plans and summon reinforcements. The Alliance hereby accepts Commander Kemp's proposal. Tell him to take no chances. Bring every able-bodied Alamegan who can wield a weapon. Pippin, I want Velodina watched. Assess its defenses. Every fortress has a weakness, and I would know this one's. There's no objection, General. Might the Scions join Marshal Tarupin? By all means. If that is all, let us be about it. Conrad and the General are of one mind, it seems. I only wish I could say the same. While this aggressive strategy may well profit us in the end, what losses will we suffer in the meantime? Anyway, we should speak with the Vice Marshal about this reconnaissance mission, see how he would like to proceed. Pippin! In crimson it began. Uh-oh. I don't like that quest title. I'm a little worried. Thank you for volunteering to join me. It should be a fairly straightforward reconnaissance mission. So long as we do not have the ill fortune to run afoul of an Imperial patrol. Come, our destination is just beyond East End, just north of Villadina. It better not hurt Pippin! I like Pippin. Is it still a good volume? Seems like it might be a little low. I don't know. But you're okay. Hope I did hit the wrong thing. This way? Yeah, this zone has good music. Is that where we're attacking? I think that's Castrum Velodina. Bum, 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 bum. So imposing. Alright. Let it begin, Encrypted. This ought to be close enough. Now we settle in for a long watch. That said, it would be prudent to keep your weapons at the ready, in the event a passing patrol stumbles upon us, or worse. Upon recording Castrum Velodina, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Do you have time to watch this tonight? Not sure how long you wanted to go. Okay. It is about 25 minutes. Okay. Then we will end there. Yeah, I guess we will watch it next time whenever you're available. So yeah, let me know if there are any nights that work for you. Yeah, sorry, it's been pretty boring so far. I feel like this expansion starts so slow. I feel like this expansion has a lot of good parts, but yeah, some of the pacing and the writing was just a little bit off. I don't know if they felt like they needed more filler or something. Because it gets a lot better, but then it kind of slows down a little bit in the middle, but then it ends pretty strong. So we're getting through it. Yeah, I think it's about to get pretty exciting. I do have raid tomorrow, so depending on what time. But yeah, I only raid Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday now. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, I should be free. So yeah, any of those nights. But I am free before raid or after, but after's kind of late. So totally up to you. Okay, yeah, Wednesday might be good. I'll plan on getting on a Wednesday. Yeah, either one. Depending how you're feeling, how I'm feeling, I guess. That is totally fine. Yeah, there's still conference stuff happening at work, so I've been a little tired from work, but I can definitely do a little bit. Yeah, there might be some WoW stuff